What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. It is Kings and Dreams. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. We're going to get right into it.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. Man, the weekend is never long enough, right? So hold on, let me turn my volume down. Okay, but yeah, the weekend is never long enough, man. It really isn't. But wanted to do this live. I actually had something else planned, but anyone that's a content creator knows when you see something and something that catches your eye, you got to make a pivot and make that move, man. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is someone that's been very influential to me, just understanding interrelationship dynamics, just really understanding how to navigate and move around as a man. And so this would be alpha male strategies. I think a lot of you have heard of him. He's a content creator in this RP space, manosphere, whatever you like to call it, right? And so I have been watching this content for years, right? And so while you all are trickling in here, I'm just kind of giving you a quick synopsis before I jump right into the video. But this won't be a long live stream, guys, because as you can see in my background, I don't know if you can see in my background, but that's the thumbnail for tomorrow's live stream, because your boy is getting ready to go to the ciudad of La Habana, so the city of Havana, Cuba. So your boy is getting on the plane early Wednesday morning, man. But back to what I was saying, my original thought process. So what I was saying is that coming into spaces like these, Alpha Male Strategies was definitely one of the first people that I started watching, and I still think that a lot of the things that he says is very much influential. I'm still subscribed to his channel. So this afternoon, I had got a notification, and his notification, it said the passport simps. So I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on. So I put the video on, and he had some good things that about what he was talking about. So before I get into that, let me give a couple of quick shout outs, because I'm gonna jump right into the video, guys. As I mentioned, I'm not gonna have this live stream too long for y'all. All right, Tim Howard, definitely, the signs of defeat of the dating coaches and victory for the passport bros. Definitely salute. And my man M3 is in the building. I appreciate you for being here. All make sure that you do hit the like and the notification bell button, because there's going to be some good content. And as I mentioned, tomorrow's live stream, we are going to be talking about Cuba. So I got Black Man's Travels that's coming through. I got Solo ORD that's coming through, and also I got Trini Boss that's coming through, man. So it's gonna be really, really good. Culture Invasion is in the building. What's up? Cortez Smith, salute my brother. Yeet, Sir Yeetus is in the building. Yeetus, man, we got to do a collab soon, man. Yeah, major salute to AMS. Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely not a hit piece. This is more or less kind of, some things I agree with, some things I disagree with. So, we gonna jump into it though. Just got back from Southeast Asia. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. I hope you had a safe trip. Appreciate you for letting us know that. Miss Polly's in the building. Good evening. LB Crypto, my guy, saw his thumbnail. Let's see. Might be clips here. Oh, wait, might be clips. Might be clickbait. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything yet. So you guys just gotta watch. That's okay. I'll be heading to Cuba next year. Hey man, listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. You better get out there, Tim Howard. Salute, my man. Intellectual is in the building. Bluff City Nerd is in the building. Okay, all right. Jay Fleming. Salute. All right, so let me start the video. It's about 20 of y'all in here. I see a couple of y'all, man. Shout out to the rest of y'all that just popped in. But again, I'm gonna jump right into it, man. And again, this is not a hit piece on AMS. This is more or less, you know, a video that he put out, and it came out earlier this afternoon. And I had to check it out, man. So salute to AMS, salute to y'all in the chat, and let me know when y'all could see my screen. All right, looks like you guys can see my screen. All right, so I am going to get this thing started.
I'm back, boys. So, the big topic that's floating around on YouTube in recent months is the passport bros. And today I want to talk about why the red pill guys, the manosphere guys, at a whole, not all. All right, I don't want the all police coming out of retirement, not all, but some guys in the manosphere don't think too highly of the passport bros. Now, to be fair, I have been critical of the passport bros myself. I think we all have seen, I've said stuff about the passport bros. But one thing about me, guys, is I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm a critical thinker. I don't follow the masses. Okay? So after watching Austin Holloman, a couple of his videos and stuff, getting this logic, today I want to talk about what the passport bros get right and what they get wrong. Okay, guys, that's what I want to get into.
All right, cool. So one thing I liked how he started, he said that he was critical of the passport bros, like passport bros, blue book gentlemen, the travel space, right? So the thing is, we could call ourselves passport kings, passport elites, passport bros. We are all looped into the passport bros. If you are a guy that's traveling, especially if you're melanin, you get looped into the passport bros, whether you try to disassociate yourself from that or not. It just is what it is, right? You know, but the thing is, the majority of the passport bros who call themselves passport bros proudly are actually good men and good brothers, and they're actually doing the right things. They're not doing the Pookie and Ray Ray stuff overseas or domestic as well. So I appreciate his candor and admitting accountability. So, you know, I definitely appreciate that. All right, let's continue.
Okay. Number one, guys. The passport bros have been said to be weak if they don't want to compete for American women, or, you know, they losers if they can't get American women. Okay. I see the logic in that, but I also see the logic in the passport bros logic. Their logic is not that I can't get women. Their logic is I am not going to put up with these American women's bullshit. That's their logic.
Right. And I'll stop it right there. As he mentioned, right? If we're thinking logically, anyone who travels or whatever the case is, but if we're thinking logically, and I don't want to just subjugate this to the United States, because this is a Western mentality type of thing, right? So if you're having complications obtaining a substantial romance in the West, why not go abroad and find what you're looking for, or go to another place? Why do we say like, oh, that, you know, you're considered quote unquote weak, right? When we have almost 200 countries in this world. So wouldn't the weak thing be to just stay in one area. And I'm speaking for the brothers who can travel, right? Because I know that there are some brothers who actually cannot travel, but the brothers who can, why subjugate yourself to one place? To me, that doesn't make sense. It's never made sense to me. Even before the whole passport bro movement had come about. All right, let's continue.
Fresh and Fit, me, a couple other guys been critical of the passport bros. I want y'all guys to hear the hypocrisy in all of our statements, what we've said about the passport bros, including myself. Fresh and Fit podcast, shout out to my brothers Fresh and Fit, is basically bringing some crazy women on their platform and exposing how crazy and delusional they are. That's their platform. You bring some women on there, you ask them some questions to find out what's their standards, how much money their man has to make, all this, but how tall he has to be, how big his dick has to be, how long, how good his stamina has to be, what's his 40-yard dash, all this goddamn shit, right? Then you hear these delusional bitches on their show, and then you turn right around, and then you say, tell the passport bros, y'all some bitches, y'all don't want to tolerate this. Dude, literally your whole platform is centered around talking about how crazy and delusional these bitches is. And then you could critique, me included. I'm not excusing myself, guys. Me too. I've been critical of them too. I've been critical of the passport bros too. I'm not trying to say, oh, they did it. They did it. No, I did it too. I'm owning it. I did it too. You can't have a platform that's centered around bringing delusional bitches on your platform and then telling guys, oh, you're pussies if you don't want to deal with this shit. You just made their point.
Hold on, let me just stop right there. What he just said, you just made their point. Exactly. And I think, I think that most of us have watched Fresh and Fit before, or, maybe some of us still do, you know what I mean? But yeah, I used to be an avid watcher of Fresh and Fit, you know what I mean? And like, salute to those guys that they're doing their thing, their channel's growing and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty much every weeknight they would have a round table discussion of modern women. And doesn't matter whether she was black, white, Asian, whatever, but they had modern women, who were asking for these outrageous things. They were asking for these outrageous things, right? So if the guys, the guys who travel and are looking for better quality women, and they're seeing this on Fresh and Fit, and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. You had women who would call up Kevin Samuels' show, right? And then people just dealing with modern women in their individual lives, whether they were married to them, whether it was long-term relationship, whether you had a child with them, and it was like your BM, your baby mom. I don't really like saying that too much, but your child's mother, right? Like either way, all of these things. What does it equate to? You got delusion here, delusion over there, whatever, but it's a whole bunch of delusion. So if guys are saying, you know what? Okay, all right, let me take my talent somewhere else. That makes absolute perfect sense, because guys in this space, we're supposed to be logical thinkers, right? So if we're thinking logically, why not say, okay, you know what? I have the resources to actually find a quality woman, somewhere else. All right, let's continue, guys.
If you look at Fresh and Fit platform, their platform makes the passport bros point. If you guys watch Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the Godfather, if you watch Kevin Samuels' channel before he passed, he's making the passport bros point. Now, I don't think Kevin ever said anything about the passport bros. I don't think they got big until Austin came around. But the point being is,
well, I gotta stop right there. So what I will say is that shout out to my man Austin Holloman. That's definitely my dude right there. He definitely went viral on a couple of things. But what I would say is that the movement was still growing, but I would say that it's like a volcano that erupted, especially after Kevin Samuels had passed away, and you had seen how so many women were talking about his death, and so some of these women were actually talking about God don't like ugly and things like that. But you're using the Bible to try to celebrate this man's death, whether you agree with him, whether you disagree with him or not. But here's the truth of the matter is that his mother had to find out that her son had passed away via social media. So the thing is that, especially in this modern day society, we get so wrapped up in our feelings and our emotions and not realizing how things affect other people. So, I say that to say when those things were happening, it was a volcano that erupted. So it's like, okay, basically Kevin was like that last, that last piece of tape that was holding the piece together. Once he passed away, everything split off. And so now you got an influx of men that are traveling, going abroad. And man, I think right now in the United States, you got like, I think the passport office is backed up. I think about 400,000 to 500,000 passports are like backed up. So this thing is real, man. This thing is real. But it wasn't Kevin. I mean, it wasn't Austin. Shout out to him. But it was more or less Kevin. So I just wanted to correct that.
Kevin had 30,000 people watching him. Kevin blew up, had major platforms, No Jumper, Joe Budden, T.I., Vlad TV, all brought him on there to discuss the delusion of women in their standards. And then out the same mouth, you got guys in the manosphere, not Kevin, but guys in the manosphere who then turn right around and tell the passport bros, man, y'all some bitches, y'all don't tolerate this shit. When y'all guys have seen at least Fresh and Fit have nice, hot women on there. Kevin used to have some fucking 4s and 5s call the show. Call the show talking about they want a man who make $1 million a year. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to Godfather. You can't make this shit up. At least I would give the benefit to Fresh and Fit, the girls on Fresh and Fit platform. At least some of them, not all. They have some scalawags on there too, but some of them at least have the sexual market value to demand a high value man. Kevin used to have some bitches on there that I wouldn't fuck with my enemy dick. Seriously, I wouldn't want to touch.
Oh man, he's going in. But yeah, no, he's definitely right. I will say that, like, Fresh and Fit, and one of the reasons why like they get an influx of subscribers is because they do have some nice looking ladies on there. They do. Can't even front on that. They got some nice looking women on there. But you would have some of like the most delusional women. Like, okay, even when Kevin, like, when he went viral for the average at best, I mean, she was average. Like, it wasn't like the woman was unattractive, but she's talking about she's an 8 or a 9, trying to compare herself to Beyonce and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. Like, we see, men know the score. Like, I have never heard a guy talk about, like, he's 400 pounds and try to compare himself to Chris Brown. Light-skinned 400-pound dude try to compare himself to Chris Brown. Like, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? So, and no, the woman wasn't 400 pounds, but what I'm saying is that guys know the score. Like, yo, like, if a guy's 400 pounds, he's like, yo, like, I'm 400 pounds. Like, yo, I'm a fat fuck, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's not going to be like, oh, I'm big and, I'm just a little husky. Nah, man, we got to stop playing this game. And so the thing is that when that situation happened, like, this all adds on to the delusion. All right, let me continue.
Nonetheless, fuck them talking about they want a man who make $1 million a year. Seriously, guys. And this is what we're talking about. We're talking to the passport bros. How dare you not want to tolerate this bullshit from these crazy bitches? You ain't your fucking mind. Ain't nobody finna. So, in that aspect, I gotta say, I gotta agree with the passport bros in that situation. You can't. The manosphere as a whole, me, every other body in the manosphere, guys. We got guys on YouTube in the manosphere. And I apologize, guys, for not looking at the camera. I was looking at myself. I got to get back used to. I ain't filmed in a while, so I was looking at myself. So I'm back looking, making eye contact. I know y'all want me to make that good eye contact with y'all. Yeah, so you can feel like you being seduced with my eye contact. But you got guys in the manosphere who got 3,000, 4,000 videos. Just that alone, the fact that you got 3,000 videos on how to game women should tell you everything you need to know about what's going on with the Western woman. And it's absolutely ridiculous. So in that aspect, from that point of view, guys, I'm going to apologize to the passport bros, because if I don't, we'll walk in contradiction. We'll walk in contradiction. Our whole platform, the whole manosphere platform, just shits on female nature. And then at the other side of our mouth, we're like, how dare you not want to put up with this trash? It don't make sense.
No, I'm gonna stop it there. No, it definitely does not make sense, and he's right, because some of these guys, some of these dating coaches or whatever, people who oppose the the travel movement, passport bro, blue book gentlemen, right? Like, it's like you're talking out of both sides of your mouths. You know what I mean? Like, man, I was in this chat room the other day, and one guy was like, shout out to, all the passport bros or whatever. And then this one dude's like, all the passport bros are simps. Like, they can't get women in America. Bro, here's the thing, man. Like, dudes have been getting women in America. At least the successful passport bros, they get women in America. So it's like, okay, so here's the thing. So if you know how to do things on a level 10, what makes you think that dudes can't do things on a level 3 or 4? Let me explain, right? Okay. One of my favorite basketball players, Stephon Marbury. I'm from New York City, right? He got drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think it was 95 or 96. Went to a couple other teams. Think he went to the Knicks, Nets. Long story short, NBA is level 10, right? Dude went to China and was scoring like almost 100 points a game. So if you don't think that Marbury could drop 50 in the NBA, what the hell you think he gonna do in China? Why you think he was dropping 100 a game? So what I'm saying is that this is the hypocrisy of what he's saying. So if we know how to do this on level 10, why the fuck you think we don't know how to do this on level 3 or 4? Make it make sense.
So you can't get mad at guys who say, okay, y'all go learn the strategies, this, that, and other. Now, I'm still going to fuck American women. I'm not going to start traveling the globe because I can get women here. And I think that they can get women here. What they're saying is the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Okay? That's what they're saying. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. I haven't heard nobody say, as far as I'm concerned, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't heard the passport bro, at least not the ones I've seen with Austin, complain about not being able to get a woman. Just the bullshit that goes with it that they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't criticize female nature and then point the finger at them and say, y'all, how dare you don't want to deal with these girls? That's stupid. Next, guys. So another talking point against the passport bros, besides that they supposed to be weak because they don't want to deal with these American crazy bitches, is that they get bought cooperation. Once again, I got to go with the passport bros on this. It's all.
All right, let me just stop it here. I really want you all to tune in. But before I do, definitely make sure that you are liking this video, share this video, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. He's definitely about to get into the cooperation aspect of it, and this is going to be a good one. I see a couple of ladies in here. I see Sweet Melody Media was in here, and I think I've seen another lady in here, but I'm not sure. But this is definitely very good, guys. So take some notes. Whether you passport bro, blue book gentleman, whatever the case is, you know. Let's go.
All about cooperation. It always has been about cooperation. Let me tell you what happens with guys. Guys get some paper and they get women and they quickly forget how they got treated before they got paper, and all of a sudden they think it's all them. I can sit here and I can tell you right now, guys, even if you got an attachment, even if a woman is attached to your ass, that attachment is going to wear very thin if you lose your job or your income for an extended period of time. I'm going to tell you why. Part of the attachment goes to some of the experiences you can buy. So you basically gonna have two type of women in this world, guys, because you're gonna pay one way or another. Either you're gonna pay directly via bills or cash, hands traded cash, or you're gonna pay indirectly, and that's through dating and stuff like that. Guys, I am telling you right now, you're not getting no 8, 9, and 10 or 10. You can get some 6s. Yeah, they just happy to get some dick. Yeah, I give you that. Yeah, you might even get some 7s. But I'm telling you right now, you're not going to keep a 8, 9, or 10. You can sleep with them a couple of times. But if you're talking about keeping a girlfriend for an extended period of time without providing some experiences or help financially, it will not happen. It won't happen. I promise you won't. Yeah, you can.
I definitely agree with what he's saying right there. I gotta agree with that because, like, you know, even some average woman, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'll say it like this. So with some of the average women, if you will, right? You know, you might be able to get away with that. But like once you start like talking to like the 8s, the 9s, the 10s, like you have to have something. Not saying that you have to be rich per se or anything like that. No, but the thing is that like you can't just be like a cashier and trying to get an 8, 9, or 10. You know, I'm not talking about like, you know, some really young chick. I'm talking, you know what I mean? Like a quality woman that you want to have a substantial relationship with. Because yes, if you meet an 8, 9, or 10, you know, like, yeah, you could be a cashier. Maybe you could have fun with her. But as far as something that's going to be substantial and long-term wise, no, you're going to have to bring something to the table. As he mentioned, like, you know, new experiences, go out on dates. And no, I'm not saying all the dates have to be like expensive or anything like that. Come on, let's be reasonable. But the thing is that what he is saying is very much true, right? Because the 8, 9s, or 10s, right? You know, they gotta upkeep their look, right? So like, and you want them to look good for you, right? So nails, hair, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like those things cost. I mean, yes, abroad those things are not nearly as expensive in the States. But the thing is, yeah, you're gonna have to come out your pocket some, and there's nothing wrong with that. And as men being providers, like, yeah, I think we should do that. And again, I'm talking about long-term situations. Or we could talk about P for P, or we could talk about mongering or whatever the case is. But it's always transactional somehow, some way. Somehow, some way, right? Like you want a woman submissive, cook and clean and all that, right? You're gonna have to give her money for groceries, right? You know. Hey, you want a monger or whatever, you know, you want her to suck your soul, you're gonna have to pay for that. So either way, you're not getting out of the transactional phase of that. So I agree with that.
You can get lucky and she'll sleep with you a couple of times. Watch how old that get quick. Watch how if you're not dating a woman and you're not helping her financially pay some bills, I'll guarantee you, yes, you can get some women, they'll sleep with you, and you can get some dimes to do it. Watch how long it lasts. I promise you it won't last long.
Nope.
Because I used to do it in the basement. And it's a short-lived process. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a short-lived process. At some point, the same way when you are trying to date a woman, court a woman, and you ain't slept with her, the same way you start saying to yourself, wait a minute, what am I getting out of the deal? That's the same thing the woman is going to say eventually to herself. What the hell am I getting out of this but a wet pussy? So you either going to date that woman or you're going to directly help her with cash. Ain't no other ways around it.
That's fact.
And I know this when all the incel players comes out. Boy, all the YouTube incel players, and they done slept with 10,000 women and ain't spent a dime and ain't never went on a date, and they full of bullshit.
Yeah, let me say something to the incels, man. You know, so some of the incels, let me just say something to some of them, right? Because, you know, if you say that you've hooked up with so many women and never had to spend a dime, like I can't believe that. As he mentioned, right? Like, yes, there's certain circumstances where you can get an 8, 9, or a 10 or whatever to hook up with, you know what I mean? But that's going to be short-lived. That's short term, right? So, all right, you know, you meet this fine woman, whatever, you know, you guys hook up for a week or two, maybe about a month, you know, maybe, hey, listen, maybe you get 30 days of you know, some free boom boom or whatever the case is. But, you know, like, you know how you got like the 30-day trial? Once that trial era is done, payment is due, my G. So here's the thing. Once you are going after those 30 days, payment is due. So what he's saying is completely correct. So if some of these dudes are talking about, you know, yeah, man, you know, I've knocked over like 500 chicks and never had to pay a dime. Come on, man, miss me with that, man. You know, because unless like, nah, I can't even say that. I don't believe it. All right, let's continue.
Women, I ain't never took a woman on a date, and I ain't never gave a woman $1, and they so full of shit it's coming out their ears. It's always been bought cooperation, indirectly or directly. Any way you want to phrase it, you gonna pay.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's Portuguese, Indian, what the rest of the port, Panama, wherever, Colombia, wherever the hell you go, Brazil, wherever you go, America, one way or another, you're going to pay. You're going to pay for some dates. You're going to take her to a concert. You're going to take her to nice restaurants. You're going to do something. Ain't no attractive woman with confidence going to come fuck your ass for free every goddamn day and go home unless she has a man that's doing that and you just a goddamn, you know, fuck boy. That's it. The dick on the side. The dude she got at home, his dick game is whack. And so she got you for that. And if that's your specific job, then okay. She got him to do all the dates and shit. Okay. But I'm talking about your girlfriend. Oh, you can forget it. You can fucking forget it.
I'll add one more. Unless she's rich. But guys, what do we talk about in this space? Because if she's rich and she's well off, what kind of energy does she typically have? Masculine energy. So you're not going to really want to deal with that long term anyway, right? Because if this woman's paying for, you know, this woman, you don't have to spend any money. She's pretty much going to be paying for stuff for you. And that puts you in the feminine role and her in the masculine role. So you're not really going to want to deal with that long term anyway. So all of the examples that he laid out, I agree, but I wanted to add that one. Just in case someone tried to sneak that in there. Oh, well, what if she rich or whatever the case is? It's like, nah, bro, you're not going to want to deal with that long term. You know you're not going to want to deal with that long term.
You get it 1-2 times now. You get it 1-2 times before she started to say, wait a minute now. You know what she gonna say? You know, y'all guys know when I done had girls who, because in the basement I ain't had shit, right? So I mean I ain't had shit. I couldn't take girls on dates or whatever. So I had to invite them back and stuff. I ain't had no money. So you know what happened? You know what they would say after about the second time you didn't have sex, maybe the third? How about we go out to eat Friday? How about we go out on Friday? Because now they starting to feel like a damn fool. Just letting you know, guys. Now, I want to talk about what they get wrong.
All right, here we go.
What the passport bros get wrong is the same way you go to these other countries and you get bought cooperation, you get it here. The standard has just changed. You have to be a high value man these days. Due to social media, women have more options and access to the high value man. So the guys, so listen, you do the fuck you want to do. I'm tired of talking to you motherfuckers. Do the hell you want to do. I'm tired of, I'm not gonna beg you, do the hell you want to do. I am telling you now, in this day and age, the day of just being a warehouse worker, scraping by, getting by, you're gonna struggle with women. I'm just letting you know. The bar has been raised. The day of you being able to make 40, 50 grand a year, and you can't compete with the men these days with that. What the fuck y'all think these girls going getting all these bodies done and stuff shit? Because they trying to compete. That's why, listen, once a few girls started going getting these BBLs and all this shit, Brazilian butt lifts and all this other shit and liposuction and shit, then all the other girls got to follow suit to compete. When America developed the nuclear bomb, Russia said, hell, we got to build one too. We got to compete.
Now, my pushback on that, so what he's saying as far as the United States, or I'll say like North America, right? United States, Canada, I'm not talking about territories that are technically in North America, right? But the United States and Canada, let's focus on that. So what he is saying, yes, that is very much true, right? Now, the thing is, outside of the United States, you can be, I guess what you would call an average earner, so to speak, you know. But the thing is also, you're going to be like, if let's say you work at a warehouse, right? You're making, 40, 55, 40 to 55K annually. You know what I mean? As he mentioned, in the United States, you're going to have a tough time trying to attract, a high value woman, right? Now, you take that abroad, right? That 40, 50K, you're automatically in the top 10%, let's say even top 20%. But now you've jumped to the top 20% as being like, kind of in the middle of the pack, right? So, I got to talk about a sports reference. You guys and gals know me, right? Okay, here's the thing, right? So, right, like with the NBA just had their off season, right? So a mid-level exception. What is a mid-level exception? Typically, a mid-level exception is a pretty good player, a marginal player, but that player can be replaced, right? So we're not talking about the Kevin Durant's, the LeBron James's, Stephen Curry, or whatever the case is. Like you're a mid-level exception in the United States, but when you go abroad, then you become Stephen Curry, then you become LeBron James, Kevin Durant, so on and so forth, right? So he has a point when it comes to the United States and Canada. But once you get out of the said matrix, the level playing, the leveling field has changed significantly. So that's where I would say his thought process is complete on the United States and Canada, but abroad it's completely different, bro. All right, let's continue. Oh, wait a minute. Before we continue, I do got a super chat. Super chats do jump the line, so I will read those. Everyone drop some cash for K&D. Yeah, man, absolutely, man. You know, man, listen, super chat your comment, man. I'm over here cooking for y'all, man. I'm over here cooking, and I gotta leave in 2 days. Come on, man, pass that plate around.
When Russia built their little Sputnik, well, that damn shit, what that shit was, Sputnik spaceship. America said, shit, we got to get some spaceships in space too. We got to compete.
Mm-hmm.
The bar for men, as in getting laid, it's changed. It's completely changed. You got to be on your shit today, so you just can't compete with other men these days, because women have too much access to men with more resources today. That's just what it is. So if you want to be a struggling guy that goes over and you go to Brazil, and the standard over there might be cheaper than what it is over here, but that's just what it is. The same way you get that bulk cooperation over there, you get it over here. It just takes more. Over there, maybe you get it with 40. Over here, you probably need 140. That's what it is. I don't make the rules. That's what it is. It used to be a once upon a time where if you was a woman with a flat butt, but if you had some big boobs and a cute face, you were good to go. That don't hold true no more. You got to get some ass back there now. I'm sorry. Now, yes, I'll be the first one to tell you some of these girls lost their damn mind and it looks disgusting. But for the girls that do it the right way, where they get it just a little bit to where you can't even tell the way it's supposed to be done, not some shit where you look like a fucking ant. Like Kevin Hart said, when did women become ants? Well, yes. Y'all guys who didn't see his last stand-up show, I did. He got a little joke. But anyway.
Yeah, I can't stand like those ant BBLs, man. And they do that, and they do that abroad too. So some places abroad, man, like I've seen that in DR, I've seen that in Colombia. Yeah, man, it's like make the proportions right. You know what I mean? Like you could tell she got a skinny frame. All of a sudden, she got triple E titties, and like her ass is like way out here. It's like, come on, bro. Like, dude, nah, man. It's like you should have just stayed the way you looked before. That's just my personal thing. Maybe some dudes are into that, but I am not into that. Like, nah, I don't like ants. I don't want my woman to look like an ant. So there's that. All right, let's continue. We got about 7 minutes left on here.
Yeah, that shit look ridiculous. But the women doing that because that's what it takes to compete these days. You got it. I don't know what else to tell you. What you want me to tell you? I don't make the fucking rules. This is what we're dealing with. This is the hand we're dealt. No more struggling warehouse workers. You will struggle with women. You will struggle with women. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know what else to tell you. For one, women have been brainwashed. They go on Instagram and they see this woman got this bag, this woman on this trip here, and so now they all want it. So you have to compete. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Next.
Now he's true. He's true really quick, guys. But like if you are an average worker, average earner rather, you know what I mean? What I would say is in this day and age, it's better to have multiple streams of income, right? So let's say if you have one job that's, giving you 45, 50K, you're doing Uber or Lyft on the side, maybe you're delivering food on the side or whatever, but like, DoorDash or whatever. And then like, maybe you have a side, another side gig. But the thing is that like one stream of revenue, if you are an average earner, even if you are above average earner, like it's good to always have more than one stream of income. Definitely, man. All right, let's get to this next talking point.
They talk about females and how difficult. Just have zero patience. You just gotta have zero patience for their ass. Any little thing, get your ass on. Flaky behavior, responding to text messages the next day, any little bullshit, just I'm done. Move on. So the same way women have adapted, you have to adapt and have even smaller tolerance than before.
That's
Because
true.
you know a lot of women on that bullshit today with all that flaky behavior due to the options. So you got to be more on point with your zero tolerance for bullshit. Whereas back in the day, you know, you might give a woman the benefit of doubt. If she responded to you the next day, you might say, well, maybe she did drop her phone in the toilet, or maybe she did forgot to respond to. Now I'm just like, fuck that bullshit. Zero tolerance.
Yeah, guys, you definitely have to have zero tolerance, man. Like, you know, because the thing is that when you start to try to give a woman too much benefit of the doubt, like, man, she starts to lose respect for you. And she may not even realize that she's losing respect for you, but that is what's happening in the relationship. You do have to have no tolerance, because I've seen so many guys do it. And listen, I've done this before, right? Like, you'll see someone active on, you know, Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case is, right? You know, you see like the green light shows active or whatever, right? And you message her like maybe like, you know, hour or two ago, you know, and the green light is still on. And then next thing you know, she messaged you like 5 or 6 hours later, or she messages you like the next morning. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, like, you know, like you are not her number one option, bro. You know what I mean? And you got to make sure that you are treating her like she's not your number one option, right? So it's like you do have to have that tolerance. And I would say that is actually globally. I'm going to say that globally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm cool, I'm laid back, but when it comes to like dating and stuff like that, like, I don't play that shit, man. Like, all right, like if I message you and I see that you active, like, okay, you know what? Like, all right, so your scale goes down. Your scale goes down. So it's like I'll get to you when I get to you. You just put, you know what I mean? Put right back in the rotation. And that's how you got to play it. Because it's like, hey, you know what? She didn't care to answer you. So you know what? You don't care to answer her. And I've seen so many guys try to give the woman the benefit of the doubt, where it's like you send her a message, she, you know, responds to you whenever she wants to, but then you so quick to respond to her. And that also shows that that you are basically available. You're showing her that you're too available. Let me tell you, man, women like guys who are busy. If you show that you can respond to her anytime, all the time, you're not making a challenge for her. Not saying that you got to play a game, but you should, guys, you should always make sure that you're making yourself busy and keeping busy.
And last, guys, for the passport bros, what they get wrong, and a lot of you guys get wrong, it's always been a numbers game. So one of the biggest things I've seen guys get wrong, you young guys, for some reason you come to this conclusion that women back in my day, when I was 20 years ago, that they were these sweet little angels. Guys, I am sitting here and telling you right now, I used to go out and get phone numbers at the mall, Walmart. I can sit here and I can tell you right now, so I can put this shit to bed for all you guys who just think that women were these sweet little angels 20 years ago, that they always been trash. Me and my brother, me and my friends, we used to go to the mall, go to Walmart, whatever. We knew we had to get fucking 25, 30 numbers just to get 3 of them, you know, to see 3 of them again. We knew that.
That's true.
We knew, man, we got to get 30 numbers this weekend, and maybe you'll see 3 of them again. And you'll call the girls, and here you go. You call the girls. Hey, what's up, Samantha? Hey, who this? Oh, this Franklin. Franklin. Where I met you at? Oh, you met me at the mall. By what store? Oh, by Foot Locker. What you had on? That's just how many times. That's just how many dudes she done gave her number to. Yep. You gotta describe where you met her, how tall you was, what shoes you had on, what time of day it was, what she had on. Was it Saturday or was it Sunday? Because that's just how much she done gave her number away that weekend.
That's true.
And she still, after you tell her all that shit, she still might not can't remember you because she done gave her number out 100 times. These girls have always been trash. I want y'all guys to get out your head that, man, you know, these guys back in the day, they had it so good and we got it so bad. It's always been a numbers game. Women have always been frustrating. I remember, guys, I told y'all guys, I used to live with a girl. And then we would go through our breakups, right? A month, 2 month breakup. So then, you know, you go back in the club. You go back to the club. You like, yeah, I'm free again. Man, after about 2 or 3 weeks, man, I be waiting for my girl to call me back. Man, this trash. I remember being in the club telling some, man, this is trash. I'm like, my girl called me back like, hey, you know, can we work out there? Because I knew better than to call her because I had already went through that early in my life with calling girls back and seeing how they treat you when you get them the power, right? So I wasn't going to call her. I already had to learn that lesson. So she'll call me, boy, I'll sprint my ass home. Trash.
All right. So what he's talking about is the pre-social media era. And yeah, no, he's absolutely right. Like, man, like I remember, you know, shoot, man. I got a story, right? Me and Flyboy, we were we had went to the mall. We went to the mall and we had an event later on that night. So we went to the mall to get an outfit and stuff like that. And so like I think he had like, you know, like he had got like 10 numbers. I had got like 8 or 9 numbers or whatever the case is, right? And so as he mentioned, you have to get like an overabundance just so like you could see like 2 or 3 of them. So he does make a valid point, right? So, but I want to say that I think when the younger guys to him, if you will, I don't think that he's talking about like, you know, the young guys are talking about 20 years ago. I think they may be talking about, you know, 40 to 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, like 20, you know, 20 years ago, even 25 years ago, like, yeah, like you would call a girl like, hey, you know, hey, can I speak to Chantel? Yeah, this Chantel, who this? Okay, you know, oh yeah, this is you know, this is James. What, you know, where I meet you at? You know, oh, I met you at you know, I met you at the corner store, you know, on Springfield Avenue. Springfield and what? You like, what the heck? So yeah, no, she's, you know, he's absolutely correct because these women are giving out their numbers and things like that as well. You know, I know he was kind of being facetious when he said his ex called him and he ran back, but you know, some dudes have done that. And you know what, man? Listen, we, you know, us as men, like we come into these spaces. There's a reason why we came into these spaces, right? And it's not all just for women, but you know, somehow, some way, you know, we all did some sucker ish in our life. You know what I mean? So, you know, but we're here to encourage each other and here to get better. So I completely understand that, you know, but I don't think that passport bros, well, I don't think the elite passport bros, you know, are doing anything like that. So, but I think what the disconnect is, right? Like I'll even use Austin Holloman in this example, right? Like when Austin Holloman was in Brazil, one of the things he had mentioned, you know, I think he had even said it on my channel, but I know he's definitely said it on his. But it's like a woman, you know, won't flake on you out on a date, right? You know, you call and you're like, hey Tasha, you know, yeah, let's link up Thursday. Oh yeah, you know, that sounds good or whatever. You know, Thursday morning, you know, you like, hey, you know, just checking in, want to make sure that, you know, we still linking up or whatever, you know. And then she's like, oh, you know, I can't do it, whatever, blah blah blah, you know, right? So it's like you were ready for Thursday, but she canceled on you. So what Austin is, you know, and I guess, you know, younger passport bros or traveling guys or whatever, you know, what they're saying is that when they are asking a woman out on a date, the woman is keeping it straight up like, hey, I want to go out with you or I don't want to go out with you. And that's happened in Brazil, that's happened in Colombia. Like a woman won't go out with you if she's not interested in getting to know you, right? And I've talked about this numerous times on my channel where the woman will go out with you because usually like if she's not attracted to you, she'll go out with you because she wants to go to you know, she wants to go to a restaurant, you know, maybe a place that she hasn't been before, right? So her interest is in the restaurant, not interested in getting to know you. So that's where the difference is, what I would say with AMS. But I understand his overall point. All right, let's finish these final 2 minutes here.
So I want y'all guys to get out your head that guys back in, do y'all guys got a little worse? Absolutely, with social media and all this, that, and other. I also can make an argument that y'all got it better with social media. You just have to be, take better pictures and be higher value. I can make that argument too, right? I couldn't sit on my couch on Tuesday and swipe right, swipe left. I had to get out and go to Walmart. Y'all guys know how to go to Walmart, right? So you don't want to look like you're in Walmart looking for women. So you got to get a bucket. You got to get a little basket and put a juice in there and maybe a loaf of bread and walk around and get phone numbers and shit. We couldn't swipe right and swipe left. So I can make an argument that y'all guys got it okay too. But we'll say that for another day.
That's true.
But I want y'all guys to get out y'all head that the older guys had it so much better. They were trash too. I remember when me and my ex would break up, man, I'd be like, man, this trash. Man, the guy, I'll tell y'all, man, I had a girl in the club. We had already had and talked a couple times, bought her a couple drinks, nothing came of it. Saw her in this club this specific night. She already know I'm finna shut her down since I already bought her drinks before in the club and ain't get shit out of it. So she already know. So guess what she do? Tell some, I'm going home with you here. Hold my phone. Put my phone in your pocket. That's her way of getting me to buy her a drink, right? So, because I wasn't finna buy her shit, because I already bought this bitch some drinks, and I ain't get shit out of it but a pat on the back. So she done tell me, hey, hold my phone. I'm leaving with you. Here this bitch come after I bought her a drink. I'm thinking like, man, I'm going to tear that ass up tonight. Here she come about an hour or so later, hour and a half later. Tell me something, give me my phone. I got to go home. I got to go pick up my kids. I said, this sneaky bitch. I got to go and pick up my kids.
Mm-hmm.
This sneaky bitch. So the point I tell y'all guys all this shit, I tell y'all guys that to let you know, y'all guys got to get out y'all head that women have, it's always been a numbers game. And women have always been about games and trash and all this other shit. They always been like that. It's always, so a lot of the passport bros, some of the stuff y'all say, okay, I give y'all the benefit of the doubt. As a red pill Mansfield guy, I can't critique y'all for going overseas when part of our platform is talking about how bad women is. But my thing is, yes, women are bad, but let's not just act like they've gotten bad. They've been trash. And I'm out this motherfucker.
Shout out to AMS, man. Yeah, I think, well, no, I know what he's saying, like that last part, right? I think that the trash has gotten worse because you have the ability to actually ghost somebody, right? And on dating apps, or like someone sends you a DM on Instagram and they could see it and not even like respond to it. So the situation that he's talking about, yeah, like that's happened to other people. That's happened to some of my friends, right? You know what I mean? Like we're out at a party or whatever, and girls like, hey, hold my bag or whatever, and the guy's thinking like, yeah, I got her bag or I got her wallet or whatever, right? Thinking, okay, yeah, she about to pull up with me after the club, and next thing you know, she's like, hey, I'm not really feeling good, or I'm too tired, or whatever, man. So like, I will say that I think that, in my personal opinion, I think that the older guys actually, especially guys like, who kind of a hybrid, like who came in that era with the cell phone, and then who also came in the social media era, like, because we could see the BS like from miles away, man. We definitely could see the BS from miles away. But I definitely want to give a shout out to AMS. All of y'all probably have subscribed, but definitely make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, man. I thought it was some interesting feedback there. But let me jump into the chat and give a couple of shout outs to some people in here. I see my man QB Passport Flexing is in the building. Shout out to my man QB. Whereas Men's Looks Magazine is in the building. Let's see. What he say? At least AMS admit that he's wrong. Yeah, absolutely, man. I that's the one thing I like. I respect about AMS, and there's been a couple of other dating coaches that like I could see like they've kind of loosened their grip when it comes to Passport Bros. You still have some of them that that remain nameless. I'm considering maybe challenging someone for the debate, so I don't want to say this person's name, but yeah, like he's been kind of annoying. And yeah, I definitely want to have a conversation with his brother, man. But give me your thoughts on what he had to say. Passport Bros effing with dating money and Patreon subs. Wait, Passport? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Let's see. Yep. Dude's been, yep. The non-melanated men have been doing it for years, man. They know why brothers travel. Yeah, man. They know why we travel, man, for sure. My man, Big Sean TV's in the building. Hey, man, salute. Listen, man, I want to thank you all for watching. I am gonna get out of here. I do gotta get ready. I'm still getting ready for Cuba. As you can see in my background, let me try to lift my camera up just a little bit. There it is. That's what I should have had. But you guys can only see my milk dud head and stuff. But anyway, you see Cuba. So that's gonna be my live stream for tomorrow. Why go to Cuba? So I'm very excited. Wednesday morning, I'm in the building in Cuba. But tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will see myself, Travel ORD, Black Man's Travels, and you will also see Trinity Boss TV, man. So I appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure that you leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And my Cash App is in my the link in description, man. So pass that plate around. Stay purposeful, man. And I'm out. Peace.